Hello, I'm Ryan McClure, joined by Troy Tauscher here in the Wells Fargo Arena in Tempe, Arizona. ASU took their two matches today against NAU and Gonzaga. In the second match and in the first match, they played really good defense. They had 24 blocks total. What did you see from this defense today?
I think the defense had a really strong day overall. You know, those block totals are really, really high, and I think a big part of it was just they were playing really aggressive at the net. ASU was really going after balls whenever they got the opportunity to, and the front line was playing a really strong game. But I also think you have to look behind them as well. Shelby Dobmeyer had 20 digs in the match against Gonzaga as a setter, which is a pretty high total for someone at that position. And of course, Courtney Leffel as the libero was doing a lot of defensive work there. But overall, I think the defense had strong communication, and they were just playing with a lot of passion. And I think that passion is going to be important for the Sun Devils because they're going to need to defend a lot of top-tier offenses as their schedule goes on.
ASU, in their second match, they took the first two sets, but the third set, they struggled a little bit, couldn't take it. In the fourth set, they came out strong. What did you see overall from the third going into the fourth set here in the second match today?
Well, I think the key in the third set for Gonzaga was the fact that they cut down on their errors. Errors really hurt them in the first two sets of that match. And in the third set, they started to clean it up a little bit more. They weren't making as many mistakes. They were playing better defense. And I think ASU came back in the fourth set and said, if you're going to hit us, we're going to hit you right back. They were really, really strong on their attack. And I think they kind of gave Gonzaga a little bit of a scare. And because of that, the Bulldogs fell back into some of their old habits. You saw the mistakes starting to come back a little bit, the same ones that cost them in the early parts of that match. And I think that was the big difference, is when ASU came back in the fourth set, they were coming back, ready to earn their points and earn the win. And I think that's, again, a really important thing for them to do because they're going to have to earn wins going forward.
Going forward, headed into the Pac-12 conference, this team, they've been really successful so far, but what do they need to improve on heading into that Pac-12 conference play?
Well, I think there are a lot of little things you can improve on. You can always have, a couple less service errors, make a couple less mistakes overall, and be more efficient on your attacks. And those are all things that definitely you want to work on a day-to-day basis. But more specifically, I think ASU needs to focus on getting runs of points together and not giving them up on the other end. Because there were a couple times in this game where they could have put the Bulldogs away, but they really didn't manage to get it done. And I think when you're looking at a conference that's as tough as the Pac-12, if you take a set against a team that's has a much better record than you do, or you get a 5-point lead in a certain set, you can't give that up, because if you do, you might not get it back. And I think that's really important, and ASU is going to need to string consistent runs of strong volleyball together if they want to have a chance in a conference like that.
All right, ASU, they took their two matches today. They have another one tomorrow at 7. This has been it for me and Troy. We will see you next time. Reporting from Cronkite Sports, it's alongside Troy Tauscher, I'm Ryan McClure.